Yeah, not one, but two finches, and they are both the devil's finger. Yeah, awesome. So this one is a new release, 14C 28N. There's some differences in it, and this is the old school, kind of, in my opinion, one of the knives that really started to kickstart these Finch models. But this one's in the Canyon Red micarta. We're going to take a look at both of these in the video. These new models are currently available at Timber's Edge Knives. So I don't know if watching the video or whatever, you see something you like, um, you can head over to Timber's Edge Knives and they have these in stock over there. The new Finch Devil's Finger. This is the old school one. The OG Finch Devil's Finger. And man, what a cool piece. So it's got every one of these Finch knives comes with a little sticker. This one's sinfully sharp. I don't know, kind of a play on all that, right? And it comes with the warranty, a Band-Aid, yep, and flipping the Finch. Standard stuff. And yeah, look at this model, man. This thing is so nice. Coolio. Get this out of our way right away. Look here. So you've got the glow logo. Man, let's check that out. Let's pay attention to it. Okay, so I killed all the lights. Yeah, look at that. There's the Finch logo. Glowing. Man, that is so cool. All right. All right. Fun and games. So it'll be interesting to see if the new model, the new version, has that logo in it. Wire pocket clip, deep carry. It's going to have just a little bit sticking out. Let's get that blade out. One trick pony, but yeah, look at this. How attractive is that? Wonderful blade shape. And the finger is a good name because it's definitely shaped like a finger. Stonewash on the flats, kind of a satin finish on the bevel, but 154 cm devil's finger. Yep, got that. And this nice reverse grip. Yeah, and even here. And it is a stout little liner lock. Excellent action, centered blade. Yeah, very cool. Well, so there's the OG. I wonder how close the new version is. I just borrowed this one from Timber's Edge Knives. There we go. Yeah, same sticker. Looks like a new sticker here. They're promoting the sugar house. Those are cool little back locks. Band-Aid and a warranty card. All right, let me put all that back in there. We'll move that box out of the way. I think I kind of captured that sticker there. Get in the box. There we go. Got some oil. So two-tone G10 wire pocket clip. Great tension on that. The flipper tab looks the same. Reversible pocket clip, the same. Does not have the glow logo in it. So there's definitely a difference. I think the size, the size is the same. Let's get the blade out and check it out. This one's got a wonderful black stonewash blade. The logo is kind of done a little different on the back side of the blade here. Devil's finger. Says Finch there. And on the face of the knife, the show side, instead of the brand name and the Glow logo, it's actually got the logo up on the blade. And then on the opposite side, it says Finch and then Devil's Finger. Yep. And the steel designation is down here. But they're the same size. Yep. They held true. Same blade shape, same size, same grind on the blade. But this one's black stonewashed 14C 28N. Liner lock. Let's check that action. Yeah, very smooth, hydraulic, super snappy coming open. Same ergos. I think this one feels a little lighter. I mean, maybe not. It's hard to tell. Well, since this one's brand new and it's for sale, I am not going to take it apart. But this one's mine, so I am going to take it apart. We'll get a look in here. Little knife disassembly, reassembly. Get a look inside a Finch. I don't take a lot of Finches apart, but I'm going to get this one. That was kind of loose. That one as well. And I think we should be able to come apart here. Yeah. So it's a little dirty in here. It's not horrible, but definitely helps justify the fact that I'm going to wipe everything down, put a nice light coat of oil on it. Come on, man. Come on, man. That screw does not want to release from the micarta. It's out of the liner, but yeah, there we go. It's got Loctite on the screws. A little dirty in here. Really small cage bearings. I'm going to say that they're ceramic, but let's check. Yeah, they are. Yeah, very cool. Man, we're going to clean up those liners for sure and make that thing presentable. And then we'll put just a slight bit of light oil on it. I'm going to use a little bit of ethanol. Some spray cleaner here. Not a lot. Only because I believe this has got old grease on it here. Internal stop pins. It's got some jimping up on the spine here. Yeah, gorgeous. So you don't see a lot of this model. There's not a lot of them available. Now, I know they sold a ton of them, but it's just one of those that I think once a knife collector, a knife, what do I want to say? Not an aficionado, but these Finches, back when these came out, I don't know, they weren't necessarily mainstream. And so you kind of had to, have your eyes in certain places to be aware of the Finch brand and what was going on. They've definitely grown a lot since this model was first released. And, but I think it's one of those that, once you picked one up, you tend not to move it down the line. I've moved a few Finches, but I'm going to say 9 out of 10 of them, I still have them. I've picked them up here or there and put them in my collection and don't really have any intentions of selling them, getting rid of them. They're a neat little knife to collect. I like the owners. They're wonderful to deal with, and I like what they're doing. I like supporting them and their company. Yeah, pretty cool. And they're bringing new stuff to the forefront. And it's not all just expensive stuff. Now, I will say some of the stuff's coming. The pricing's gone up a little bit, but like this model, I think when we get to what this sells for, it's pretty reasonable. I feel like we're not. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let me get a little bit of oil on the path of that detent ball right there. Come on, I just want a little bit. There it is. That's plenty. Okay, well, that's why. So that pivot turns and it is got a flat spot that's captured. It's actually to the front. Most knives, the flat spot would face into the knife, and on this Finch, it's facing forward. But that's why it wouldn't go together, because it lines up with this steel liner on this side. So it's going to have to be in the correct position, like so. And there we go. A couple of screws and we'll wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'll take it. Come on, man. There's some old school guys, girls watching that know where that's from. Oh, blade centered, so smooth. Locked up super tight. There's no wiggle, no play in that blade. Yeah, wonderful. Well, let's talk about this action real quick. Intuitive on the liner lock. It's got some jimping here. This is lowered, and so reaching in is very intuitive to get to that liner lock. I believe it's exactly the same here. Yeah, so what I'm saying here applies here. Very snappy. It's a one-trick pony. It's got nice jimping up here to grip. So, yeah, very confident little back flipper. I mean, all in all, unlocking it, flipping it, the hydraulics of it all. I mean, I'll give it a A minus. It's solid. Runs really well. I think I might be a little tight, which is why it's got me thinking A minus. Yeah, I had that really tight. Let's try that again. Ergonomics. So it's kind of one of those areas where this knife really starts to shine. It's excellent back here. The flipper tab's got jimping. It does create, it doesn't take much. I mean, what is this, like a quarter of an inch or so? Doesn't take much for a flipper tab to turn into a legit finger guard. Jimping on the liners back here by the scales, jimping on the spine. So the whole thumb has really kind of got this rough textured jimping to lock into. Very comfortable. I can get 4 fingers on it. The way that it's shaped, it allows me to tuck it into my palm here. So really nice, confident grip here. Not so confident, confident, very confident. I mean, this is a confident grip. I could definitely go forward with this and feel comfortable that I'm going to be able to maintain my position on the knife and not slide up, go forward over the sharp part. Yeah, wonderful. And yeah, bonus checks here because this reverse grip that I like. Yeah, this thing. Ooh, and look at that blade. Yeah, that's a wonderful little Pakal knife. And then of course the reverse grip works great. Captured the pocket clip with my fingers. The curve of this, my thumb just rocks right up on it. Very confident, powerful grip right here. Yep, very nice. Let's check. Speaking of that pocket clip, let's check it. Pocket clip, check. There we go. Standard jean size material. Yeah, there's a ton of wonderful tension on this clip. And so that thing's locked in. It's a dryer clip for sure. Works on standard jean size material. Up here on thicker stuff, you could definitely put this down front in some hunting bibs or some work bibs. Thick work pants, heavy duty pants. And this one's big enough that I think it could go in the back pocket. You know, this definitely could be a back pocket knife. Yep, wonderful. Let's check it for safety. Just make sure we don't have any blade contact. Yeah, there's none through the back of the scales. The tip is nice and recessed. So the clip is good, tip is good, and I can handle this knife any way I want. As long as it's closed, I'm not going to make contact with the sharp part. Let's check that detent holding that blade in there. Yeah, it's late. It's way down there. But yeah, that detent ball, once it starts to roll, it'll suck that blade in really well. Nice locked in. There's no shaking that out of there. Let's check that lock. Yeah, there's no issue there. It's locked up 30% or so behind the blade. Yeah, very nice. All right, 154. Is it sharp? But is it sharp? Yeah, base to tip, it's a razor. How about the new 14C stonewash, black stonewash version from the factory? Yeah, absolute razor blade. Very cool. Okay, well, this one's not for sale. This one is over at Timber's Edge Knives. So you got the OG with the micarta. How much is this new version? Yeah, let me give you a price on it and we'll wrap up. Okay, so these come in, there's like 4 different color versions of this one. I'm not sure exactly what Timber's Edge is carrying over there, but there's some different versions of this. But what a great price point. These are listing at $85. And of course, if you'll subscribe, which, you know, here's my public service announcement. If you subscribe over there at Timber's Edge Knives, make sure to respond to the email that's sent to you. That activates your code so you can get your 10% discount. And check your spam folder if you don't see it pretty quickly, because that's where they're going. There are so many subscribers over there at Timber's Edge Knives that aren't realizing their discounts because they're not responding and validating their email address. And pretty positive that what they know is happening is they're going into spam folders, and you got to go into that spam folder and you have to say, hey, timbersedgeknives.com is not spam. You have to designate it as not, because you're also be missing out on sales. And they're telling me that they're going to run some fall and Christmas sales, which they haven't really done. So there's some sales coming. And if you don't do that, you won't get the newsletter. You won't get the sales information. You got to find those emails in your spam folder and designate Timber's Edge Knives as not spam. And, you know, it's simple. You just say, hey, this is not junk or this is not spam. But once you subscribe and you get your discount, so at $85, that brings this down to about $77, and that's shipped, no tax, to your door. So like $77, and you'll be opening this package, and this knife will be in there for you. So make sure you do that. And oh, another thing that they asked me to mention is that they have added notifications for when something's back in stock. So let's say you go look for these and they're out of stock. Well, if you'll click that notify me button, again, you have to register. You got to be subscribed to be notified. Well, so make sure you're managing your subscription there. And that's true with any knife site. Like you gotta register, have, like open up your subscription or an account on the site. And so one of the things they said that they've added is, so if these are out of stock, you could say, hey, notify me when these come back in. Which is a cool feature. I know I do it a lot because I'm always looking for the stuff that's not in stock. I mean, unfortunately, it's just my nature. I'm not necessarily drawn to the brand new trendy stuff. I'm drawn to stuff that you can't find. Yeah. So, anyways, the Finch Devil's Finger, new release, in stock over at Timber's Edge Knives. And then the OG version, Red Micarta, man. Wow, very cool. All right, y'all. I appreciate you watching.